Plus hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, SI Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah. In the place to be.
Let's go, y'all. Shout to everybody's tuned in, paying attention. It's Rally Radio, the podcast. You know how we get
Let's
down.
Let's go.
So if you're following us, you already know what it is. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, paying attention. I know y'all see the title up ahead. I know y'all like, better one, why y'all always messing with them Teslas? Cause they always in the papers.
That's a fact, son. That's a fact.
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
It don't. It never does.
280,000
Damn.
steering issues. And when I say, I don't mean steering issues like, oh, it may pull a little to the left.
Yeah.
Pause. What happens is, what happens is, it looks like they lose total power steering on the highway.
Damn.
That's dangerous.
That's crazy right there, son.
No, that's more than crazy, son.
So, like, you mean like it loses its electrical motor for the assist?
That's hilarious.
Damn.
Yes.
See, that's the thing with these Teslas, man. Like, I feel like, don't get me wrong, like, if he would have started trying to develop a better internal combustion engine and the components around it, he probably been a lot better at that. Not saying that he can't get this together, but
I don't know, son.
I think this is like one of those, let's just put it together as fast as we can and get it outside.
Honest opinion, it's a hustle.
So
he's like, yo, he said, oh, I can make cars.
Yeah.
They're nothing but wheels. You take the engine out, then how hard is it? Yeah, okay. Brick shooter. That's what it is, son.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Son.
That's what it is. But you know how people do. They think that's the
fact.
hottest thing. Matter of fact, shout to the dude that got the license plate. Yo, good. What's up, Sales? What's popping? Shout to Sales. Yeah, I already got an understeer. I'm sorry. I already got an understeer popping. And I got to put this one out there, man.
Yo. Oh, man. Son.
Yo, how this dude going to have the nerve to have a license plate that says, I know gas?
That's funny. Yo, hold on, wait. How about the one I sent you the other day? Talking about gas me up.
Pause. This is what I'm saying, son. They got a different kind of lingo out here, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, son. It's funny that they put that, because I think they think that they're super cool with that shit.
Nah, never. Son.
Nah, they gotta feel that way, son.
I'm sorry. He gets the understeer. He says, I know guys. I know guys. Yo, I'm through with him, son. I was looking at him on the highway. I'm like, yo, you couldn't even just say no gas. I know guys. I said, yo, shout to all my people out there, man. Yo, but it just was hilarious, son.
Yo, you know what really cracks me up, son? It's like they really feel as if they really saying something. Maybe they are. Son.
I ain't no guys. That's all right. I know where he at, son. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Absolutely. I want to shout out to all those, who've been rocking with us, doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? When you out there in the streets, you're paying attention. You crossing, you looking both ways, you doing what you got to do. And I want to shout out to them EVs, man. Y'all out there. I know gas me up.
I know gas.
All your little comical jokes on the license plates. It's funny.
Yo,
I like it.
Reeps and Mr. and Mrs. Reeps tuned in. It says Miss Reeps. Yo, she's cool.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, son, it's hilarious out there, bro. He was like, I ain't no guys. You gotta be kidding me. Yo, what up, Keish? What's popping?
Yo,
it's definitely, he was like, I ain't no guys. Now, here's my problem right now. Y'all know we talking about these Teslas, and like I said, this is not us making this up. This is happening right in front of you. So it ain't like we not, we making this up. No, y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know what it is. And we try to leave them alone for the most part because I don't even really like talking about them because they're not really cars. But again, they out here stunting on a disco beat and we got to call them on it, son.
Stunting on a disco beat.
What are you doing? They wildin', son.
You know what it is? I feel like they just really want to make their own wave, though.
Listen, 280,000 Teslas under investigation for losing steering control and power steering.
Hold on, wait. Steering control now. It's a little different now than power steering.
Yes. In other words, you turning the wheels ain't doing nothing.
Oh, see, hold on.
Yep.
Now that's a health hazard now.
Yes, that's more than a health hazard, son. You know what my problem is with it, though? These cars are supposed to be driving themselves. So what happens when it's driving itself and it lose power steering? What happens? They ain't think about that. And that's what I mean, God. At the end of the day, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all greatly. You already know what it is. If y'all not looking at us on YouTube, don't forget you can find us on YouTube at Gutter Ball Rally. We're going to make sure that we put it down there at the bottom because we got a lot more shows, especially when it comes to that. We're going to let people know, son. And there's and now, here we go right here. Follow on Instagram at Gutter Ball Rally. And y'all know y'all can find us on Facebook. Y'all can also find us on YouTube. That is our YouTube down there. If you're not logged in or if you're not subscribed, please do us that favor. Like, subscribe, and share. We got a lot of things going on. We got a video coming up. I went to the Rick's Magazine car show last week, and it was off the hook. And we're going to save that for our driver's etiquette segment. Let's go. I want people to tune in. I want y'all to hear this because at the end of the day, I feel like they letting us know that the autos are popping. Shout to my guy Miller Time NYC. He's in the building. And my guy Zoom for Zoom said back from Mexico early. Let's go, son. Probably went a little early. That's what I like to hear, son. And you know what? The regulations now are sending more people to Mexico than ever. Damn. Don't worry if you're not a racer and you don't understand the lingo, keep listening. We're gonna help y'all out. But in the meantime, man, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my co-host, man. Let's go. Shout out to my co-host because he switches up every week, right? So now, it's not enough to show up with the SI lowered on wheels, ready to go with a little bit of power, right? No, now he shows up with the ZX6R. Let's go. Thanks a lot.
You know, sometimes you gotta get a little airs. You know what I'm saying? You know how I used to go.
Yo, son, I don't even appreciate it. Look, let me tell you something, man. First off, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Everybody who knows me, no. That's what I do. But it's just been real different this year. Got a lot of things going on,
I understand that.
Trying to find the time. Unfortunately, I can't ride to the studio because I'm the one carrying all the studio gear. So I can't carry all of that. I'm not gonna have fun. So I don't do it, but
it'd be like a whole luggage on your back.
Yeah, man. Pause. But in the meantime, it's been one hell of a week, man. Like I said, a lot of things going on in the news. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We're gonna jump right in. Let's go. I want to say shout to everybody who's tuned in right now on YouTube. If you're tuned in on YouTube right now, we greatly appreciate you. And for those that's if you don't catch it, you can catch it later on YouTube on the show. So we appreciate y'all for that. Wherever you are, just drop a like, drop your name so we can shout you out. Shout to everybody who's tuned in. You already know what it is. With that being said,
let's go.
Here
we
go. Now, they tuned in last week. What you got for them, kid? Give me a little recap. What you got?
If you tuned in last week or you so happen to forgot, try not to make it a habit, though. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoyed this recap, though. Check this out real quick.
Yes.
Check this out. Yo, they figuring out that EVs don't do so well in heat.
They don't do so well in heat. That is hilarious. They don't do well in cold either.
Where do they do well at? Where? Like, what's their climate?
I don't think they have one. I think they do better underwater. But that's just me. Shout to Keish. Hopefully, Keish, she just subscribed. She put the heart up at YouTube. Go. We appreciate that, man. I love those. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you.
100%.
What else you got for them today, kid?
EVs is terrible. How about this, though? We also haven't heard any more news about this, though. Another boat on fire transporting EVs.
And we don't even know if it's still on fire.
They don't talk about it, huh?
No. They don't talk about it.
If you ask me, these EVs is doing way more harm than good.
That's a fact.
But yet they still want us to buy them.
They want you to buy them.
Pay attention to that, yo.
They want y'all to buy them.
They want y'all to cop them, put your family in it, charge it up to the house, go to sleep.
Nah, I'm good. And this is where they lose us. And this is where they lose us.
Son.
This is where they lose us, man. What else you got for 'em?
Another interesting one though, right? Tesla has a secret squad to diminish complaints. To diminish complaints about the EV charger.
See, now that one bothers me. Because when people now what Tesla was doing was, for the most part, if you had a complaint about the car, whether it was any kind of like, oh, my car doesn't get the range it used to get, or this is going wrong. They have a SEAL team. I call them SEAL team, but they got a SEAL team that go out there and actually get rid of the problem. Like they don't let it reach Tesla pretty much. They try to go out there and dead the publicity on it and everything. So it makes sense why a lot of these things that have been going wrong with Teslas that we were talking about, you didn't hear the rest of the world talking about. It makes all the sense in the world because we ain't getting no phone call from Tesla Inc. talking about we can't say X, Y, and Z. We ain't making it up, but you know how it is. That's a fact, son. That's a fact, B. That's ridiculous, yo. You know how it is, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
Where did you ever hear that, though? I never heard of a car manufacturer ever doing that. So.
Me neither. But then again, he's not a car manufacturer.
But
he's a tech company masking. Masking as a car maker. No, he is not that.
But he believes in that. He tries to get into certain things like this because he feels like it needs to be fixed somehow. No, it needs work. That's why he got into the car game.
I tell you what, he tried to get into social media. You see what Facebook King over there did to him? Yeah. Zuckerberg created Threads just to show him, like, yo, son, we run the show. Zuckerberg got the infinity gauntlet of social media like this. Boom, boom. He got everything on there, kid. Shout to my guy Ant parading. That's the word, parading. He's out here parading as a car manufacturer. Shout to Ant. Big Ant 1976. We see you, kid. Shout to you early. Let's go. You know how we get down, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I think the craziest part about it is that we're not finished. There's more Tesla stuff. What else you got for him before we move on from this recap?
Well, just to uplift the mood. The 911 Porsche is the most satisfying car to own.
Oh boy, and I buy it.
Me too.
1000%.
Matter of fact, on my way here, I seen a red 1986 turbo. Yo, it was so clean, son.
Let me tell you.
I was like, yo, hold on, son.
It's a beautiful car, bro.
Yo.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
So y'all already know we're gonna have another segment called Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Where we showcase the kind of things you can find in Facebook Marketplace. Because if it's one thing the bidder want to do, I surf Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. I don't recommend going to see the troll under the bridge without help, though.
Absolutely not.
Like I don't say go see them and go pick it up if you ain't got your people in the car. We already heard some of the nasty, gory stories that's happened to people when they went to go pick up stuff off a Facebook Marketplace. But I ran into a 2013 Porsche 911 Carrera.
Man.
Freaking extra blue, navy blue with the peanut butter guts manual.
No, it wasn't.
Oh no!
What?
They wanted 62,000. It had 30,000 miles on it.
Sounds about right to me.
I almost dived in the Chase Bank. Whoa!
Through the front windows.
Yo, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I was like, yo, it's for sale. Remember, I told you there's a lot of Porsches out there, and one of them is gonna be mine.
Factory.
Shout to Zoom for Zoom. I'm the Indiana Jones of Facebook Marketplace. Yo, because you got to be a brave soul.
Nah, it's a fact.
Some time to go in there. Yo, the only thing that was wrong with it, you ready for this?
What's that?
It had a salvage title.
So that means it ain't really 62 then.
Right.
It ain't really 62.
It means it's 42.
That's what that's exactly number. Yo, that's exactly the number I was thinking. That's a fact.
That's a fact. So you know what? That's gonna be one of our new segments.
Son.
Rally Radio takes on Facebook Marketplace. And we're gonna put some of these people on blast because some of these people out here trying to sell stuff like, yo, I know what I got. What else you got for them before we move on, kid? What we got?
Yo, that's crazy right there, son. Oh man, B. So again, with the 911, it will be the last remaining gas-powered engine from Porsche.
You know what? That hurts my feelings at first. It does. But I will say this, however, right?
Yeah.
At least they keeping it real with that. Like, you cannot, to me, Dodge has really like hurt themselves.
Yeah.
By not taking any more orders for the Challenger. That could have been their flagship.
It could have been. But you know, remember again, what the problem with Dodge, they wasn't producing enough like EVs and hybrids. They wasn't doing enough.
But
That's why
they could have did that and just got rid of everything else gas.
Damn.
They could have.
Yeah, but they didn't do that though.
They should have.
They should have.
And now look, they're gonna suffer. I'm telling you, the brand is gonna suffer. If you don't believe it, if you got a Dodge right now, I want to hear what you think of that. I believe the brand is gonna suffer.
It is.
They just recently stopped taking orders for the new Challengers and Chargers. That's it. No more brand new ones. July 31st was the last day, call.
Yep.
Shannon Sharp. Shout to Shannon Sharp, aka Unk, aka Skip, aka he's wildin'.
Yeah.
He got a delivery for the Black Ghost.
Damn.
Yes. I was more than jealous. Son. But he got it though. Shout to Unk.
That's fire though. That's definitely fire. But you know what bothers me about this whole Porsche thing though? What about the 718, son?
They don't get 718s are done.
But that's what I mean. Though they should have at least left that too with it, son.
My thing is the Cayman. That's
what I'm saying.
Like the Cayman 718. But at the end of the day, what can you do? If they gotta keep one.
Yeah, it's the 911, of course.
And let me tell you, we got a whole bunch for the show because there's a lot of talk about that, man. So what else you got for?
So that I wanted to wrap it up with that. I just need y'all to think about it a little bit though. You know, they even came out with the Cayman 718 GT4. Then they got an RS.
Mean.
This is what I'm saying.
Mean. Did you see Throttle House? They did the yellow Porsche 911 GT3 RS 2023 with all the fixings.
Yo, son, I was watching it with my son and daughter. I nearly threw up on him. Like, oops. Because we was watching it. He was like, yo, Panico, like, yo, let me see the car. All right, let's go. I was like, what? Nearly earled on him, son.
I will say this, after seeing that car, I don't work hard enough and I don't have enough money. Those are the two things that I realized after seeing that Porsche. Because they said that Porsche tips the scales at $300,000. But it was worth every penny.
But remember, man, that joint is like a full race car. Son.
Yes.
It's like the ACL Viper.
Yes.
It's actually even crazier than ACL Viper.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the wings. Oh my God.
It has Formula One. It has the drag on it.
Yes. It's beautiful. And we're gonna put a picture up. Don't forget you can find us on Instagram as well. You can find us on Instagram at Gutterball Rallies. SI Shawn, you can find them there. You also got to follow us on Instagram at Gutterball Rally. Shout to my man Zoom for Zoom. That is actually a hilarious comment. We're gonna keep that up there till we get another funny one. He said, I'm the Indiana Jones of Facebook Marketplace. Like you are really navigating down there, son. I ain't gonna front. But with that being said, we about to jump right into the show. You ready to get in, kid? Because I can't wait. Tesla got to get hammered. Pause. You already know what it is.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners. Only on Rally Radio.
All right. Y'all know how we get down, man. You know when we turn off the music, it's serious. Here we go, man. It looks like Tesla has a sick recall. Not even a recall. They just under investigation. 280,000 of them. Let's get into it. Safety regulators in the United States announced an investigation into 280,000 new Tesla Model 3 sedans and Model Y crossovers after receiving a dozen complaints about steering failures from the 2023 Model Y and Model 3 owners that Reuters reports. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, only issue has even resulted in a crash. Wow. Only one, it says.
Okay.
The Model 3 driver reported that the car steering felt stuck and slid off the road, which resulted in crashing into a tree, according to the outlet. Another driver in June noted that their 2-week-old Model Y was leaving a shopping center when suddenly the steering wheel did not steer. It was hard and saw the alert, went to very close to opposite side of the traffic and somehow made it across the road inside of the shopping center. That is wow. Shout to Giovanni Goins. That's what I'm talking about. That is wow. That's a fact. Could you imagine that? Imagine driving your car, you thinking that it's turning and nah.
Damn, it kind of sounds like oversteer.
It's the understeer.
Shout to everybody who bought one because you shouldn't have had one in the first place. That was your warning. They all get the understeer.
It's the understeer.
I'm sorry, we giving out understeers over here, y'all. Don't forget,
Son.
you know where to find us, man. But this is crazy. Another complaint alleged that a Tesla Model Y was less than a month old, turned on, and the wheel paused, jerked hard, right, and made a thud. Yo. Sheesh. Wooski.
Damn, son.
It says it jerked hard and then made a thud. I don't know if that was the steering wheel. This is a family show.
That's a fact. This is definitely a family show. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
He says a warning popped up on the screen that said steering assist reduced, along with an error code. The owner said the power steering was disabled and reportedly told National Highway Traffic Safety Administration it felt unsafe to steer. He then added that Tesla has moved my service visit from May 2nd to May 25th due to a backlog of parts. They confirmed this is a recently known issue and noted the steering rack may be replaced entirely. How about before we replace the steering rack, we just give you that steering?
But you know, these are the people who wanted them.
Say it again.
So these are the people who wanted them. Like, and this is what you're getting.
Yo, you want to laugh, son? Oh man, we're gonna talk about something crazy. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said way off topic. If anyone want to know, that Gran Turismo movie was surprisingly really good. Oh boy,
I already know.
I thought it come out August 25th. Zoom for Zoom. Yo, Zoom for Zoom.
Yeah, son.
You got the hookup.
That's a fact, right?
You know what I'm saying? If you got a clear cut, no, we do not condone bootlegging of any type. Just hit us up in the DMs.
Damn.
But again, these are the cars that they wanted. So with that being said, right, you got to start looking at the car, the company itself. We got to stop calling Tesla a car company, because any of these other pencil pushers would be like, oh, it's a tech company. How could you make such an assumption of a company that way? But
yeah.
Yo, what's going on? Bush 18. Hey, what's up? What's going on? I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, this is a problem. If the car is self-driving and it doesn't steer, what happens?
I just think it sounds like catastrophic failures, huh?
Yes. It sounds like it's gonna be one of these.
It's the understeer.
Understeer. We can't help it.
You know what really bothers me though? How long Tesla's been out? Since like 2009, apparently, right?
No. Yeah. Tesla, I think they came in 2001. I think they go back further than that. Remember those roadsters that they found in Japan in a box? Yeah. I believe those was the 2001 and the 2003.
Okay, so boom, right? They've been out for a little while.
Really?
Right? They've been out for a little while now.
Oh yeah.
So what I'm trying to get at is like these little like type of things should like be ironed out, son.
Nah, son.
It shouldn't be no steering failure. Not like it's a difference when your power steering going out. Now you got to manually get right with it. No, not when it's going completely out, when it's not turning.
So here's my thing with this, though.
That's a problem.
Let's put on our automotive thinking caps, right?
Okay.
Now, when it comes to power steering, right? What's one of the reasons you need power steering for internal combustion engine power car? Why?
Normally because it's heavy.
Right. Why is the car heavy, though, on the steering anyway?
Because the engine is like right over it.
Right. So now if that's the case, and the batteries are what power this thing, and you have what they call a frunk, where it's a trunk in the front, why is this thing going out?
That's real interesting, huh?
It can't be because of weight. It can't be. Because
they got to be glitching then. Son.
They always talk about how these electric cars are centered because the battery is under the seat
and at the lowest point of the vehicle. Okay.
So what does that have to do with the steering? Serious. I'm serious. I want somebody
maybe it overheats.
Maybe. The best I could think is that obviously I don't even know if they call it a transmission anymore. Like, what do they call it?
I don't know.
I don't know what they call
CVT. They gotta be CVT, no?
I don't know. It gotta be because they go from 0 to 80 with one gear. It's ridiculous. But you gotta ask yourself, if these things are electric and they don't have an engine, and we know that we use power steering because of the weight on the engine in the front, why is it wearing out prematurely? Why?
That's real interesting. So you think it's like a motor, or it has like some sort of gears inside of it too?
I think it has something up there. I know it has something near there that could shit, but why is it going out?
I don't know.
You know why? Because he's being cheap on parts, and he's telling you it's luxury.
But wait, though, parts is on backlog right now.
Of course they are. They break all the time. What do we say about parts that are backlog? Why is it backlog?
Yeah, it just go out a lot, son.
If it's something that goes out all the time, let's say for instance, when I had
that's interesting.
it is my
It's
senses
either goes out all the time or it's been discontinued.
There we go. And we know it ain't discontinued because they just got the car. These cars are a month old. They're a week old.
Yeah.
And they going out already. This is for people. Yo, listen, you want this.
You got a point though, because this even goes back to remember we talked about how the steering wheel was coming off? Like the steering wheel's literally
brand new.
Came off.
Brand new car. They steering wheel just fall in their lap. You gotta be kidding me, son. You gotta be kidding me, son.
Yo, imagine you in a mid-turn, son.
You in mid-turn and it just fall off. You see dudes with a pair of pliers. They steering the car with a pair of pliers. Yo, you gotta be kidding me, son. This is what I'm saying, son. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, the number to call up is 516-206-0711. It's actually hilarious out here.
Unless it's losing power. It could be losing power somehow.
How? See, and there we go. See,
I don't know.
And this is what I mean. We can't even look at that through automotive eye.
You
can't. We can't decipher this problem. If you're a mechanic, you just got to throw your hands up. There's nothing you could do about that.
Nah, it's a fact.
And that's where they running into problems. They don't have too many people that can fix them.
Damn.
You got to have a wild, probably I think you got to get certified by Tesla.
Probably, yeah, absolutely.
To fix these things. And
Absolutely.
then they don't want you going too far because they consider it a security risk.
Yeah.
If you dig into the computer. But this is what you want.
I don't understand. Like, from the very beginning, son. I think the problem is, right?
Sorry, y'all.
When he started mass producing these things.
Yep. He said, yo, they hot. Come rock with me.
Damn.
He's got to be joking, yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised though, because then again, he's not an auto manufacturer, so he's not. He develops. This is like an appliance on wheels. Like we always say this.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Shout to my guy Sales, man. Shout to my guy Sales. He said, when you're on the big screen, we appreciate that, man. I love our people, man.
That's a fact.
I love our people that rock with us.
100%.
I will say this, however, right? Listen, the full self-driving thing is one thing. The quality of the car is another.
I told you I got to talk to this guy briefly because he was in a rush. He said the quality of the interior. Mind you, I got a video from when I was out there in that I ain't put up yet when I was out there in Paris.
Right.
The inside. But the guy was like, yo, it's crap. I was like, what? So why'd you get it?
He just came off like this.
He said, yo, it's cheap.
Doo-doo.
So why'd you get it?
Because he listened to he listened to everything else going on. I'm telling you.
Son, he got in that joint. He was just disappointed. Like, yo, I don't know why I did this. Like, he said, my seats is falling apart.
And they stink.
Yeah.
Because they use vegan leather. What is vegan leather? I think we growing enough animals, we could definitely,
or just use cloth.
Huh?
Use cloth. Some nice cloth.
That's a fact.
Be good.
But they can't sell you. They can't tell you it's luxury in this cloth. Alcantara, maybe. They don't want to go that far because now they're gonna lose money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So if you ask me, he got into this figuring out how to cut as many corners as possible. So.
Yes. And then he said, because I don't have an engine, we just get these big batteries. We good.
Damn,
we could cut corners on parts.
We could cut corners on parts because it ain't no real research and development going on. Ain't no arrow on that thing.
That's a fact. Shout out to the Facebook user said, I love Ford more and more every day. That's a fact. Because at least they a car company.
Yeah.
At least they a car company.
I feel like when you about to get behind like a Tesla, you don't know what you're gonna get.
No,
it's like this. It's like, yo, it's a gamble, son.
It is a box of chocolates. How did Forrest Gump say? He said, getting behind the steering wheel of a Tesla is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yo, phantom braking, steering wheel coming off.
Yo, phantom braking,
damn,
steering wheel coming off.
Instant combustion fires with no engine in there. It's
Come on, son.
Combustible.
Batteries catching, and then they got you sitting right on top of it. I hope you got a flame retardant suit when you sitting in there, son. Yo, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I saw a video of the worst EV car fires. 10 of them, 7 of them was Tesla. 7 of them was Tesla.
Damn.
And I mean the flame comes spitting out like it's like it's a fire gun. I don't mean it just catches fire in it.
Yeah.
No, it comes shooting out. Woo, burnt up everything next to it. Burnt up 3 other cars for no reason. Wasn't nothing in the car. Nothing in the car, son. Was not on, was not running, was not charging. Just burst into flame.
I don't understand, man. I really like it. Really bothers me because they really pushing these, not even just Teslas, just EVs and like in general. Like, but here's the thing, though, they knocking out the competition, though, despite all of this happening.
Nah, that's because
automakers is like, nah, man, they got it.
Nah, you know why? Because automakers understand in order to make a good car, you got to use quality parts.
For the most part.
I mean, you get. Listen, I'm not gonna say all auto car companies use quality stuff. They do cut corners here and there, but Tesla just cutting too much. What about the heat in the winter? And we got to know
heat pump go out.
Come on, son, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Shout to my guy Dave on the check-in. What's popping? Don't forget, Dave, subscribe to the YouTube, man. You're gonna see it at the bottom. Follow us on YouTube or subscribe to us over there at YouTube at Guttable Rally. You know how to find us on YouTube. But in the meantime, we got a lot more. And this is what I mean. We don't come in like, oh, you know, we're gonna Nah,
absolutely not.
But we're gonna get into this NYC serial speeder. I don't know if y'all heard about this. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Speeder. Cut more than a DJ at a concert. That's the new that's the new phrase. We keeping it up there. Shout to Zoom for Zoom.
Yo.
But now we got to put the new on Facebook. You said cut more than a DJ at a concert. That is a fact. Let's get into this a little bit. You ready for this?
I don't know, man. Let's go.
New York bill aims to electronically limit serial speeders. We talked about this.
Okay.
And now New York is trying to make that move. Now, for those that don't remember, there was a pilot program launched for government-owned vehicles, or NYC-owned vehicles, city-owned. And what they did was they put these limiters inside the cars. Y'all remember we talked about that? They put limiters in the cars so that if you drive a city-owned vehicle, you couldn't go no faster than 35 miles an hour. If there was an emergency, there's a button that you can press that would allow you to go over that for 10 seconds. After that, it wouldn't let you do it anymore. So check this out. Last year, New York City launched a pilot program to trial active speed limiters on a fleet of 50 municipal vehicles. A state senator from Manhattan also proposed legislation that would mandate similar limiters on every new vehicle registered in the state starting in 2004.
Yo, hold on. Wait.
Wow.
But you know what I was thinking about the other day? Check this out, y'all. I was thinking like, yo, if they got all these speed limits, right? Why is these cars so fast? Like, that don't even make sense, huh?
No. Or better yet, if you're going to put speed limiters, why we got speed cameras?
Damn.
So it's some say, oh, well, you know, not everybody going to have it. You're going to have people that speed. If y'all think that these speed cameras still are about you speeding, I got a bridge in Brooklyn.
Nah, it's a fact.
With lights and it collects tolls and everything.
So, you know, here's going to be the funny thing about this, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think they still going to have that emergency button in there?
Hell no. You know why?
Wow.
Because that's what people gonna say.
No, they gonna say it, but now you gotta prove it though. Now
it's very. Listen, I tapped the button. My daughter was choking.
Okay, but they gonna go further than that. They not gonna just buy that because they know everybody gonna have an excuse for every reason why they touched that button.
So I'll be like, yo, we didn't make it to the hospital. She coughed the bone out, and that was that. And went home. Pause.
Okay, now you gotta serve some time now.
Tell you, listen. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. That bill hasn't left the committee yet. Now, 2 other state lawmakers in New York City want persistent speeders that have their cars electronically limited. If enacted, that's crazy. If enacted, the bill will require electronic speed limiters to be installed on cars caught speeding by automated camera systems 6 or more times. The installed devices would prevent the vehicle from exceeding the posted speed limit by more than 5 miles per hour. The limiter would remain in place for 12 months. The bill would also require the same penalty for drivers who have accrued 11 points on their license within 18 months. These same drivers already face the potential of having their license suspended, but the limiter would be mandated regardless of circumstance. It should be noted that being caught speeding by an automated camera system in New York rarely carries a points penalty because the cameras can't prove who was driving. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that?
Yo, first off, I feel like this is not gonna really work because they're gonna lose money somewhere.
They're gonna lose money because the speed is who's paying them.
That's what I'm saying. So they're gonna lose money somewhere. So I think what they're trying to really do, they're trying to scare you a little bit. They're trying to scare you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Smoking mirrors. They trying to get you right now.
I think it's a little different than that. I think they
What you
really
thinking?
reckless right there. Shout to Miller Time NYC. So now the vehicle will get its own ankle bracelet. Okay, he knocked out the last comment. This is hilarious. The car is officially getting an ankle bracelet. Yes. And it was put forth. Y'all ready for this? The bill was put forward by State Senator Andrew Gennardez and State Assembly Member Emily Gallagher, both representing, guess where? Brooklyn. Can we give it to him yet, y'all?
Yeah.
It's the understeer.
Damn.
First off, Andrew Gennardez.
It's the understeer.
And then we're going to give one to Emily Gallagher.
It's the understeer.
And if you try to tell me that they was born in Brooklyn and that they was raised in Brooklyn, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you.
That's a fact, son. Yo.
This is what I mean, people. You got to think about who you voting for. These
for
same
real,
people, they have nothing. They don't know what's going on. Yo, we're going to put limiters on your cars if you have 6 speed. Now, we already know the speed limit is 25 miles an hour. I could get out and I've seen videos of people running through speed cameras faster than that.
But that's the problem, though. Like, they already, you know, they're holding us up with the speed limit being so low. Like you said, how long were people driving over 25 miles an hour for, son?
Come on, son.
A long time.
Come on. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
Yo, so now they like this. You know what? Since they can't get it together, we're gonna ankle bracelet the whips.
Come on. We're gonna put ankle bracelets on your car. And this is what I'm saying. These are the people who are in office. How did they get there? Nobody knows.
No, I do know that
somebody slept the vote.
So they voted for them.
And this is what I mean. So they're representing Brooklyn. Check this out. At a news conference, Gennardez said there is a persistent cohort of drivers who are getting 5, 6, 7, 10, 15, and 20 speeding tickets and driving on our streets recklessly without any consequences whatsoever. The conference was held near the site of a fatal hit and run last April. Pedestrian safety is a real issue in New York City with 44 fatalities so far this year. However, active speed limiters might be an overcomplicated solution for the problem. The city already requires drivers with 15 speeding camera infractions to attend driver safety courses. Why not suspend their licenses as well? They don't want to do that because they know if they suspend your license,
they ain't gonna pay them no more.
Come on, son. Come on. Listen, y'all don't think that they got these speed cameras to slow y'all down.
Son, it's not about slowing down. It's not about slowing down. It's not about safety, son. It's all about that Gouda.
It's about the Gouda.
That's it, son. It's nothing more important than that Gouda, baby. That's
Give
it.
me your money.
Come on.
And
this is what I'm trying to tell you. Look what they just said. This may be an overcomplicated solution because it don't make sense, bro. Why are we gonna do all this work? So now you don't got paid no more, bid one. That's dumb.
That's a fact. So he's averaging 12, and then we talking about what's speeding when you go past the camera? 10 miles over the limit?
I don't even know anymore, son. I thought it was 10.
I've seen some 5.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know anymore. I don't know.
So now,
let's just say on average is 10, maybe.
Let's say on average is 10. You were doing 35.
Damn.
You're speeding. Here, take this limiter. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. They can't be serious.
No, they dead serious, huh?
So now I can understand if you want to put these limiters. Oh, here we go. We got a caller. Let's see what we got.
Let's go.
Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Miller Time NYC.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Miller Time. What it is, Miller Time.
I was born in Brooklyn many moons ago.
Let's go.
And come to think about it, I have been fortunately blessed that I didn't get my license until 12, 13 years ago.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Because you probably, listen.
These people out here today in Brooklyn, now don't get me wrong. Like I said, I was born and bred, Bed-Stuy. Quincy between Reed and Patchen.
Okay.
So,
wow. He said Patchen.
Yes.
I ain't heard that in a while.
Yes.
I don't think I ever heard of it.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Yo, these people don't know how to drive, where to drive, and the pedestrians don't know how to walk, how to cross.
That's a fact.
Why do they continue to penalize the driver and not penalize the pedestrian is beyond me. And we're not even talking about people with e-bikes, motorcycles. Now, I know some motorcycle kids. I know some of y'all that ride, and the ones that ride, some of them are, matter of fact, the ones that ride that have the GoPro on their head don't realize that they're recording their own crime.
Oh man, that's a fact. That's a fact.
But I was going to I had to go to Refresher at Coney Island.
Yes.
And these people drive like the red light don't apply to them, like they are the president of the United States.
Let me tell you something, man.
Running.
Let me tell you something. One thing I've realized after, because I've been driving for the past couple of weeks to work. Okay. Because I've been having to take my son to camp. So it's like in order to get to work, I got to drive. And the more that I drive, the more I just see, I'm just like, yo, it's just like it's lawless in Brooklyn.
You know what I realized, man? I just really think it's the like lack of caring.
Yeah,
I think that's ultimately what it comes down to, because right, I'm leaving the crib the other day, right? Driving, I get up to the stop sign, right? So it's a three-way stop sign. Yo, this car just blew past the stop sign like it wasn't even there, kid. I'm like, yo, you didn't even do the pump fake brake.
Nah, not even the NYC slowdown.
Yeah, you didn't even do that.
Just kept it pushing.
I'm like, yo, and that's the problem. Like, yo, all right, man, listen, you might be in a rush, but yo, fam, it's a huge red stop sign right here, though. Like, you can't even do the, oops, I think I'm gonna stop one of those. Not even, you going through there doing 20.
To tell you the truth, those are the ones where I like the pump fake, like I was going, like, like silly rabbit. What are you doing?
And yesterday I was on our favorite highway.
Oh, the family.
The belt.
Mm-hmm.
The belt.
I just, you said that, and the Ronald McDonald. The Ronald McDonald started to warm up.
Tell me why this dude is in the middle lane, goes into the passing lane, and slows down. So, as a courtesy, I'm flashing my headlights to like, yo, can you move over? Because ain't nobody behind, no one's in that middle lane that you just left from.
Right.
That you let somebody else get in front of you.
Right.
But you come over to the passing lane and you're stepping on the brake. For what? There is nobody in front of you for at least a mile that I can see.
Right. There you go.
I'm like, and I was thinking, it's the understeer.
Oh, that's a fact.
100%.
And let me tell you something, Miller. I'm experiencing this a lot. Like, I feel like it's people that just, I don't know. Like, I be having a lane. I'm on the throttle. Yeah, and then somebody had changed lanes in front. You think, okay, well, let them go ahead. They just slow down. Like, yo, you just mess up the whole lane, fam. Those are the ones I can't stand.
Damn,
right.
Those are the ones I can't stand.
I don't get it. And it's bad because I didn't have to be at Refresh until 7 o'clock.
Okay.
You know what time I got out of the house? You know what time I woke up? 4:30.
So they out there that time of night wilding, just being stupid.
No. I want to get out. I get up early so I can avoid 5 o'clock. Because after 5 o'clock, that's when the belt gets live.
Live and direct on the belt.
That is when the belt gets live. It's about to be. I hear you.
Yo, I just think though, ultimately though, man, like people just can't drive, yo. Like when it comes down to it,
they cannot.
I think a lot of people honestly need speed limiters on their joint.
Nah, we don't even.
Yes, they do.
I think they do, son.
You let a couple people.
Or better yet, they should have a special device tagged to their vehicle specifically, not allowing them to get on the highway at all. Please use local streets, sir.
Damn, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. He said, yo, stop them from getting on the highway. I'm going to tell you something right now. Here's my biggest thing about highway driving right now. First off, the Belt Parkway don't allow for you to be going too fast because the bumps in the Belt Parkway is crazy. If you hit You hit one of them, you could really be airborne if you're going way too fast. It could be a wrap. Yo, I hit one. It had it looked like the underside of a truck. I said, yo, what is this? Yo, so you know when you're on the Belt Parkway or getting on the Belt Parkway going back towards Queens, right?
Yeah.
So you know, let's say you got on that at Atlantic or whatever. You know, you take the conduit down, you go through that S turn.
Yeah.
So there's a little lane that you could take when you don't want to merge.
Yeah.
Right? Y'all took that little lane the other day, kid. It was like a size 3 tidal wave speed bump there.
Damn.
Why is that there?
Oh.
Shout to Patrick Miles. 25 miles is fatal ridiculous. That yes. Shout to Patrick Powell. Yes, we're gonna put that comment up there because it is hilarious. What? Yo, it was a tidal wave. Like I had to slow down to about 20 miles an hour to get over this thing without hurting my car. If I had continued on, I'd have had to grow wings, kid. Y'all have been like, yo, look at it. Y'all have been in the air, son. It's crazy. It's a death trap.
And,
damn, son.
And for you guys, especially you guys, because you drive these cars, and some of these cars are extremely low.
Yes.
In terms of from where your wheel, you can't see the top of your wheel because it's inside the wheel well.
Yes.
Y'all got to be extra careful.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of them guys are not, and a lot of them don't care about their cars.
Nah, they don't.
Because I feel like when your car is that low with your wheel, like you got to be careful. And don't get me wrong, don't get me stuck automotive treason. I'm not vehicular treason. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like your car can't be that low out here.
No, I really can't. I noticed that too with a lot of vehicles. I'm like, yo, how is it? You know how I know, like when they vehicles are that low, they in the slow lane. I noticed that, right? Because every time I'm driving, right, it's just I always see it's like 04 Honda Accord. He's always in the slow lane. So yo, first off, the V is so low. I'm like this.
Can't be fun.
It can't be.
Can't be fun.
It's no way this is. There's no way this is even enjoyable to drive because you got to do 45 miles an hour now.
And also my biggest issue with a lot of like the roads is that even if you drove a car that had regular tires, regular height, it'll damage the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, what? Like, how could you? So I'll give you a prime example, right? So I was going to Picking Yard, Miller. You know what Picking Yard is, right? So
yes, sir.
You know when you turn that corner onto, I believe that's Sutter Avenue. When you turn on the Sutter Avenue, they have 2 speed cameras in between the westbound and eastbound. Why do you say, right?
Yeah.
The way that they set up the light, the traffic light, by the time you leave one traffic light, that next light is already giving you the countdown that it's about to change. So what would you do?
So they hoping you're gonna hit the throttle, grab a gear,
they're hoping that
and get going.
They're hoping that you gun it. Once you see it, you're gunning it.
Right. And that's what they're expecting you to do. They're expecting you to get on the throttle. And when you get on the throttle, you make the turn. But now we got you going over 30 miles an hour, 34 miles an hour. We got you.
Yo, that's a setup.
And they got it on both sides. And I watched how the traffic lights change based on that. And I said, now if you didn't know any better, you would come to the womb, try to make that turn. Got you.
Yep.
They put a speed camera right there on the westbound side, on the westbound side, coming from, going towards the belt.
Yeah.
It's nothing over there. They got a baseball field over here that's covered with a fence, and that's it. And they got a speed, and it's 30 miles an hour. It will flag you, and it's on the other side too. And this is what I'm saying, son. They're playing a game. They don't care. They're trying to figure out how to make more money. More money. And these limiters will pay. You know why? Because they're going to make you pay for it every month. They're going to make you pay for it every month.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I believe that.
That's why I'm trying to get out of here, man.
I ain't going front, man.
Get out of here.
New York is like.
As soon as yesterday.
Soon as yesterday.
Well, I tell you what, Miller, you let us know how that's going. He said soon as yesterday. That's
Yo, sir, that's real. Son.
It's a fact, though. It's a fact. When the city starts,
and this is part. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is partially why you know what, you can't beat the city, so you're just going to do slow until you go on your vacation. Because when I go on vacation, me and 995 are going to get together and we're going to go someplace.
Nah,
and then they can tell me, all right, you can do 50 over here. You can do 60 over here.
I give you.
Past Virginia, be careful. And
yes.
then once you get to the Carolinas, it's all yours.
Nah,
70, 75.
North Carolina, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
You got to be careful out there in North Carolina, too. It's wild out there.
Oh, I put it at 72 and put it in cruise control.
Okay, so you keep it safe.
Yeah.
I would say this.
Yes, sir.
When we drove to Canada, y'all was more. I was like, wow, these cats are moving. You had soccer moms behind minivans,
factory, 100%,
moving it,
100%.
And I mean more than one. They was moving it, and I'm like, wow, man. And the roads,
yeah, it was smooth. It was like you could be out there being an inch off the ground or something.
Yes,
and it was okay.
Yeah, and the way the roads was, even when we went to Toronto, Toronto was beautiful. I said, yo, man, we got to come out here more often. But Miller, we're gonna continue on with the rest of the show.
Factory.
As usual, we appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you for calling in. Appreciate you for letting us know what's going on.
Thank you for taking me in as the adopted child I am.
Let's go.
The adopted automotive child that I'm trying to be. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Nah, no doubt.
You already know what it is, Miller. You know where to find us. You know where to reach us, kid. Early. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You all be good and continue to teach. I'm out.
Let's go, kid. Peace. Later.
Peace.
Yo, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He just said something that made a lot of sense. He said that's like the intersection on Linden in Pennsylvania where they got the speed camera right before the red light camera. Right. This is exactly where I'm talking. They trying to get you with one or both. That's a fact. Son. They setting you up. Ain't got nothing to do with
safety.
People. Come on, bro. 25 miles an hour, this little strip right here. You know, I'm like, yo, they playing the game, man. But shout to everybody who's paying attention. Y'all know how we get down, man, here. It's the bearded one. SI Shawn in the building. We're going to move right on. We got a whole bunch more show for you. You know how we get down here, man. It looks like, are y'all ready for this? Guy gets trapped in his Tesla in Arizona heat when the battery died.
Damn, son.
That's about as ill as it get. Now, we already know what would happen if you leave your dog in there.
Son,
they gonna bust your windows.
Yeah.
Kid. They gonna you leave a kid in there, forget it. You getting locked up.
Yeah, forget about it, son.
So let's get into this a little bit. Says in Phoenix, Arizona, a man said he was trapped in his Tesla in the extreme heat after the power died and he didn't know how to escape. The ABC investigators found dozens of drivers have filed complaints with federal auto safety regulators or who are urging car owners to learn how to manually get out in an emergency. This is I can't.
What up?
I gotta stop this one early.
Yo, you know what's so funny though?
How to manually get out of your car. I gotta say that one more time.
Yeah, that's definitely wild. You know what I realized? Like a lot of these these federal, safety, like these, I want to say policies and these procedures these things have or come into play when things go wrong.
Yes.
But what are they really helping or solving though?
Nothing. It's crazy. He said it's definitely a safety concern. It was one of the hotter days, says 73-year-old Rick Megason. Okay, Rick.
It's the understatement.
Sorry, Rick. Shout to Patrick Powell. Shout to my guy. He did retire out there. He said that's what's happening out here, 115 degrees. Whew. Whew.
But your man Rick was stuck in his garage inside the whip though.
Rick was wilding, but they do have video of people in Arizona baking cookies in the back of their car window. Yes. They put just to test to see how the heat is. They putting cookies on cookie sheets and putting it in the back window, and they coming back with burnt chocolate chip cookies.
Damn, it was not even cinnamon joints?
Not even cinnamon joints. It's crazy. Shout out to Patrick Powell. He out there.
Damn.
So check this out. It says it's definitely a safety concern. Rick Megason. One more time for Rick.
Yeah, please.
It's the understeer.
And y'all know we don't give out we giving out understeers today.
We hand those out. That's a fact.
And it's not usually what you did. It's how you did.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. He said, I couldn't open the doors. I couldn't lower the windows. The computer was dead. So I couldn't open the glove box. I couldn't open anything. Megason said his main lithium-ion battery, what's needed to propel his electric car, had plenty of range. He later learned a separate 12-volt battery in his Tesla Model Y died after he opened the door. And he said he died after he opened the door. And he said he was trapped inside for 20 minutes on a 100-degree day. The low-voltage battery powers what's inside a Tesla, including the doors, computer display, and windows. Being caught in there for a couple hours could be dangerous. Megason said he eventually called his sister, who somehow got the passenger door open through the Tesla app, but it cracked his window.
It's the understeer.
Man, you think I care if you crack my window if I'm stuck in here in 115 degrees? He's got to be joking, right? He's got to be joking.
He said, but it cracked his window. What cracked his window?
She might have yanked it or bust the window to get in there. It's hilarious. He said he had to call a tow truck to take his Tesla to the company's service center. His invoice reads, car won't power on. Remove and replace 12-volt battery. I think that Tesla needs to address this. It's essentially a computer on wheels that's run on a battery, said car safety expert Norma Hubele. Norma Hubele?
Mm-hmm.
We need an oversteer. We need people who are actually smart out here because she is making sense. What's your thoughts on that, kid? First off, right? First off, how do you get yourself stuck in a car and can't get? I mean, the first thing I'm doing, if I really can't get out, taking the seatbelt,
I'm right
raising the window, and I'm up out of there.
I'm right through the window. But you know what bothers me? It's a little different, right? So when you got like a combustion engine, right? Vehicle, right? Powered by fuel, for those who don't know.
Right.
When your battery's gonna go die, you see little hints. You know what I'm saying? They let you know your lights is a little dim, taking a little long to start. Little things goes on. I wonder what happens when the battery ready to die in one of these.
Obviously nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, does nothing happen? Like, you don't get a warning, you don't get a chime, you don't get anything, you don't get a notification.
That joint said, you're in danger. He's finished.
Yeah, it bothers me that it's not a lot of, hints to let you know, like, yo, fam, this thing is about to die. You may get stuck in here.
Well, I tell you what. At least it wasn't no carbon monoxide in there, because he'd have been finished. Because he
probably would have got out. He probably would have got out at that point.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's the sharpest arrow in the pack. So with that being said, Mr.
Eventually he called the sister. Maybe after 25 minutes, he called the sister and realized, I can't get out of here.
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
I wonder though.
Yeah, he finally picked up the phone. He said, yo, you know what, man? I'm stuck in 20 minutes. Who can help me? My phone. Brick.
But here's the thing though. It's multiple bricks right there, because he got a phone, right? That he didn't really know how to use correctly during this time. He has a car that's basically a phone too. Couldn't really use it, right? And number 3, I wonder, is he gonna keep this Tesla, huh?
That's a very interesting question. He said it's something that Tesla needs to address. I'm gonna be honest with you. I get stuck in one thing one time, I'm not messing with it again.
I don't think I could deal with it.
Imagine dealing. You go to your job, right? And there's 4 elevators, right? All of them work good. Then one day you go in there and get in that elevator, you stuck for 20 minutes.
I'm not getting back in this.
I'm not getting back in that elevator over there, son. You can't talk me into it.
No, I'm good.
But he's good though. He's gonna jump right back in that.
He said he's good though. He's gonna jump.
Yo, I don't get it, son.
And my thing is though, right? Why, like, he also was saying something about the lithium ion battery that was still working, apparently.
He said it was fully charged.
So why doesn't it like divert the power to the dead battery, juice it up, be able to get out?
If Teslas could do that,
I think
then they could put themselves out in the fire.
So I think we need to get involved. Son.
No, we don't need to.
He said no. We just solved the problem.
We kind of did, but I just think that at the end of the day, it's like, why did you want that?
Like we always ask him on Rally Radio, what did you pass in order to get to that?
And that's why he gets the understand.
Like, what did you pass, huh?
Listen, dozens of Teslas have filed similar complaints to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the federal agency for responsible for safety. That says to me that we need to look at this as a potential threat to human life. In July, a Tesla driver filed a complaint which said the car was completely dead with my dogs inside. I live in Palm Springs. It was 90 and sunny. Another driver on July 14th reported 12-volt battery failed without warning. Car was parked, was unresponsive. Last October, a Model 3 owner wrote in another complaint, this is clearly a design flaw that should be correct it. At the end of the day, this is what the people want. Shout to Patrick Powell. He said, with the heat out here, I was told by the dealer that you have to check your battery every 2 years out here. Woo! Interesting. Gotta check your battery every 2. Great. Thanks for the vote of confidence. He said, great job, guys. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. 100%.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
100%.
Shout to Patrick Powell for tuning in. I will say this.
Yeah.
You're right. That when it comes down to the 12-volt battery, why is it not powered? You would think, listen, 2 + 2 is not 4 for some people, right?
Man,
you would think that if this battery is dead, this battery should be able to charge it.
If
right?
this is fully charged and got some juice on it, why couldn't it?
Well,
why is it not like?
We can't give him everything, he says.
Damn.
You know? The Ford F-150 will power your whole house. Probably, but it'll probably do the same thing.
It probably do the same exact thing, though. But my thing is, though, right? Since he was stuck in there, he couldn't turn on the AC?
No, that's hilarious.
I think.
The car wouldn't come on, I don't think.
But the lithium ion was fully juiced.
But it's still, but remember, everything else is controlled by that 12-volt. Probably the ignition as well. See, this is what I mean. You see what I'm saying? Take your automotive cap off.
Yeah, son. Forget about it.
You got to look at this thing like a computer.
Some type of electrical device. Absolutely.
Seems more than 2 weeks. Telling you. You got to take you can't look at this car the same way you look at every other car.
No, you can't, because it's literally not the same thing.
It don't function the same.
No, I don't.
It'll put itself in tow mode and you can't move it. This is crazy, son.
Yo, you're gonna laugh. The other day I'm driving. Yo, I seen one of them Hummers on a tow truck, on a tow bed, whatever, like what other vehicles being transported, I guess, right? Well, I look like the transportation vehicle was like having a hard time, son.
Wow.
I was like, damn.
But this
things is heavy.
How many have you seen?
I only seen 2.
I've seen 1.
I seen 2. That one I was being transported, and then one actually driving. I seen 2 of them.
Listen to this. Y'all ready for this? And we talked about how Tesla has this SEAL team, right?
Yeah.
Listen to this. ABC 15 sent multiple emails to Tesla asking the company to weigh in, but Tesla has not responded. Tesla's website says the Model Y has a 5-star safety rating and describes how Teslas are engineered to be the safest in the world, touting its all-electric design. Electric car drivers should check their manual or consult their dealer to find the location of their emergency manual release hatch. In other words, there was an emergency manual release hatch that he could not find.
Wait, hold on.
It's the understatement.
Again,
you know they could pump fake these ratings though.
Yes. You don't think they pump faking it right now? We have the safest car in the world. Yeah, I could show you a car that's nobody was driving and it crashed into a tree. I could show you a car that nobody was driving and they crashed into an emergency vehicle. I could show you cops on the side of the road that have been standing there and ran over by Teslas. Come on, bro.
Countless fires
that
you can't put out.
Phantom braking.
Damn, steering wheel being dismounted.
Steering wheel coming off.
But you're the safest in the world.
Son. So what's the level for that then? What's the bar?
Yeah, what's the bar? It can't be that high.
Listen, I'd rather ride a bike.
Damn, son.
Listen, if the chain come off, at least it's stuck.
Yo, the chain come off, you at least have a chance to put it back on and keep it moving, son. At least. It might be loose, but you can go. That's a fact.
So with that being said, we got one more thing we're going to talk about before we move on. And this is actually a sad situation. This is one of those kind of things where, you know.
You got to turn the music off.
Yeah, we turn the music off because this is serious. It says, an incident that could have easily turned into another tragedy involving police and black people was narrowly avoided. NBC News reports that police in Texas held a black family at gunpoint, all because an officer made a typo when entering the vehicle's information. The incident happened in Frisco, Texas on July 23rd. According to the police department, the incident reportedly started when the police saw a black Dodge Charger with Arkansas plates leaving the hotel. Police ran the plates due to recent burglaries and vehicle thefts in which charges are frequently stolen. A statement from the department read, the officer then initiated a high-risk traffic stop on the Dallas North Tollway with standard procedure for stolen vehicles. The mistake came when officers ran the vehicle's plate. Instead of entering Arkansas, the officer entered the plate as being from Arizona. That's when things escalated. Body camera footage show officers with their guns drawn at the family, which consisted of a husband, wife, and their son and their nephew, which were identified as boys 12 and 13 years old. The mother and her son exited the car when the father and nephew remained inside. Body camera footage from another officer at the scene shows officers forcing one of the children to walk backwards from the car with his hands raised. At least one officer points a gun at him. After exiting, the mother, who was driving the car, tells the officer that she's from Little Rock, Arkansas, has always had the registration for that car, and has never been in trouble a day in her life. The mother also informs officers that there's a gun locked in her glove compartment and that she's licensed to carry a gun. The mother then looks over towards her son and asks, "Is he in cuffs? This is very traumatizing. Why is my baby in cuffs? They're just detaining him. It doesn't mean anything," the officer says. No. The woman yells promptly to the officer to tell her to stop 4 times. This is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, son. She had the nerve to have the biscuit in a glove compartment too, son.
Legal, though.
Legal.
She had the legal firearm in there. And they was like, oh.
They ain't hearing
First
that,
off, they said he made a dangerous stop. That's crazy. Not only that, when he made the stop and you see that there's a family in there of 2 with 2 boys in the back, you make the boy walk babackwards to you. I had to go through that.
Oh, snap.
I went through that in North Carolina. I got pulled over in North Carolina at 5 a.m. because the license plates on the rental that we had was from Massachusetts. The cop pulls us over and he's like, "Step out of the car," from the speaker. It's 5 a.m. It's still dark outside. We're not going to win this right here on the side of the road. So my best bet is to comply. All right, fine. I get out. And when I get out, he's like, "Put your hands out." I put my hands up. He's like, "Walk backwards to the sound of my voice."
What?
You know how angry? Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, "Oh, you know, I'm a flip right here," because you're never gonna win right there on the side of the house.
That's a fact.
You're never gonna win right there. I walk back to the car, and he's looking at my license, and you know what he says to me? He's like, "Oh, I see you have a Class M and a Class D on your license." He said, "What's Class M?" I was like, "Motorcycle. I have a motorcycle license." And he was like, "Oh, well, you know, yeah, I like riding motorcycles and bip, bip, bip." I don't care, man.
Yeah.
You know what he did?
No.
He gave me a warning ticket for going 66 in a 65-mile-an-hour zone.
No, he didn't.
And that's why I say be careful in North Carolina.
He didn't do that.
Yes, he did. Ask Shawn. He was there. He gave me a 66 and a 60. He said, "You were going 66. No, it was 67 in a 65-mile-an-hour zone." Yes, he did.
Damn.
I will never forget that. So I could only imagine for this kid walk backwards, because now you don't know and they got guns on him.
Damn.
That don't make no sense.
Nah, it don't, man. It never does.
That made about as much sense as the dude that let the dog go when the other police officer said, "Do not let the dog go." And he let the dog go and then attacked the guy, the truck driver. You saw that?
Nah, I heard something about that.
Oh,
though.
man.
I heard something about it though.
Hilarious, man.
Damn, son.
It's getting out of control out here, but I will say this. I'm glad this ended well.
It did, but it's like, due to that officer making that mistake, though.
Listen,
Look at the mistake he made.
That's a big mistake.
That's what I'm saying. How you explain that?
You can't. Check this out. After one of the officers walks away to check the computer, only then do they realize the error that they made. On the footage, you can hear one officer asking the other if they ran the plate out of the right state. After they discover the mistake, they explain they explain the error to the husband as if that makes the whole situation better. "I ran your tag, it came back associated essentially with no vehicle. So I confirmed it with my dispatch." I'm like, that's weird. What the other footage shows another officer explaining to one of the boys who's crying about the mistake and apologizing to him. "We're so sorry you had to go through that," the officer says. The end of the video surprisingly shows the man and the officer shaking hands.
Yeah.
A statement from the Frisco police chief, David Shouson, explains that both the department and the officers involved will own up to what happened. This is crazy.
Yeah, son. But now you gotta it's cool to apologize and all, but now that young boy got to deal with that now.
Mentally.
Yeah, for Lord knows how long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's traumatized.
That's what I'm saying.
And not for nothing, everybody, we hear those words all the time, and we like, oh, you got to remember, he's a kid.
Factor.
He's a kid. This is not an adult. Yeah. They weren't running. They weren't doing anything. They were in the car by themselves. And who knows what this officer did that made it an illegal stop almost.
Exactly.
Made it a dangerous stop. What did he do? Pull up on the side and try to crash him off the road?
Who knows? No, son.
This is very interesting. I would say to a lot of people who are tuned in, who are paying attention, listen, the only thing we could say at that point is this is not the first. And even though it sucks, it won't be the last.
Nah, it's not, son.
But at the end of the day, you never win the battle on the side of the road. You will never win that way.
Damn.
So the wilding and the scream, don't do it. Because they easily gonna have a reason.
Absolutely, son.
If they looking for one. So just keep that in mind. Not saying all officers are bad, and that's another thing.
Yeah.
We don't want to, you know what? Yeah, all the cops are. That's not true. But you do got some that's overzealous and over the top.
Factory. 100%.
And this is a prime example of that. Like, I don't know. I get it that he was, running the plates. I'm not against that.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You made a mistake. And instead of verifying before you
jump out the window,
you just went right for it.
Like he was on it.
Right.
He felt like he was on to something.
And then when you get out and you see 2 12 and 13-year-old kids, instead of saying, you know what? Listen, put the children to the side and we're going to wait for backup and we're going to settle this right here without guns being drawn. He pulled pistols out.
Yeah, the fact that he had to draw the biscuits, I was a little interesting. Though. Like,
and where's his finger? Got to be careful here.
Mm-hmm.
He could, officers are trained not to put their fingers on the trigger. Like, if you ever notice their fingers, they draw a gun. It's not on. Mm-hmm. Because if anything startles them, they shoot you. They are trained to hold it by the guard.
Yeah.
So this is interesting, man. But I'm glad it ended well.
I mean, did it really though?
Yeah.
That ride home, son.
But it could have ended in death.
Could have did that too.
It could have ended in people being hurt. It could have ended in a totally different way.
If you ask me, some people are hurt at the end of that one.
Now, people are hurt, but not physically. Somebody could have caught a hot one. Keep it a buck. Could you imagine how much more that'd traumatize to see somebody shoot his moms?
Yeah,
shoot his pops?
100%.
Shoot him? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have went the other way.
It could have.
But now you can settle it alive.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So it's just crazy, man. We don't like to have those kind of, but we got to let the people know. That's what Rally Radio, that's what we do here on this podcast, on Rally Radio.
Factory.
That's what we like to do, give y'all the real news. But with that being said, y'all know how we get down, man. We are now teetering over the first hour of the show. We're going to jump right into our next little segment that we got over here. Y'all know how we get down. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
Here we
Let's
go.
make it happen.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and SI Shawn.
Shout to Miller Tom NYC. He said, but emotions are real. That's a fact. That's a fact. They are, but it could have really went the other way.
It had all the ingredients.
It had all the ingredients.
That's a fact.
The only other thing we could think of is that at the end of the day, hate to say it, but they kept their hands up. That's the last part of that. Like, you want to. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, and that was some advice an old timer gave me a long time ago when I first started driving.
Yeah.
You ain't going to win on the side of the road. That's it. Said even if you win physically, that's a crime, bro.
Yeah.
And they all gonna come for you at that point. He said, listen, do what you gotta do. And do it and keep it to the side. Shout to Mr. 2J86. He said that lawsuit is gonna be wild. That is
100%.
That lawsuit is gonna be super wild, son. Super wild. Shout to Military NYC. Said, and time will only tell how they recover.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. Listen, I'm not saying it's right by 1,000, but at least nobody lost their life.
100%.
That's, to me, that's the biggest thing. Nobody lost their life, because now you could fight that in court.
Yeah.
Now you could win that lawsuit, but when you're not here, it's like, nah. Let's get into this a little bit. We going samba. We got we're gonna speed up the mood a little bit. The 2024 Nissan Z Nismo.
I've been waiting for this one.
Auto only. And let me tell you something,
Nissan for the win.
It's the understeer.
What
are you
Where
doing?
we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Yo.
Do y'all realize that I have been battling SI Shawn over this? Yo, where's the 400Z? It's missing. It's on the milk carton. No, they can't put the paint on it. Oh, look at this. Look, they can't do this. They can't. I ain't seen one in a while yet. It's crazy.
Yo.
And now they come out with a Nismo version. Auto only.
The purest version.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. The purest version of this car you can get.
Auto. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Let's go.
Yo, it's your boy Big J in the building.
Yo, Jay,
go,
what's
Jay.
popping? Jay, what it is? What's popping with you?
Man, I had to call in about that.
Oh, they hurt my feelings. Tell us your thoughts, Jay. Tell us your thoughts.
Nissan, y'all broke my heart, man. Y'all broke my heart a little too much.
Damn.
They hurt my feelings, man. I was out here fighting for this thing.
Not me. I never was, Jay. Never was.
I'm not gonna hold you. I was too.
Nah, kid.
Like,
y'all fighting the wrong battle.
oh man, it's just like, you know what? We should have seen the signs on the wall the moment that they said, "Hey, so look, it's a 370Z with a swap." That should have been the telltale sign.
Right.
Nah, not really. I think the telltale sign was when they realized they couldn't figure out the paint. That was a problem for me, son. When they couldn't get the paint right, nah, son. That don't even make sense.
Live with the paint. I can live with the paint, but it's the fact that it's the same car.
So
it's almost the same car.
And not for nothing, he's right. It only get a 20 horsepower bump, and it's like, why would I even get this?
I will go get the 370Z. I'm sorry, I'll go get that Z, the Nismo package on the 6-speed all that.
I would get the 400Z, but I would get Nismo parts. I don't know if they allow you to do that at the dealer. What's your thoughts on that, Jay?
Nah, I don't even waste my time.
So you know what? That's the thing. That because of that, I guarantee you that 400Z with the manual package and all that stuff, I think the performance pack or whatever it's called. That it's about the value of that's about to go through the roof. The crazy thing is that when you look at the Nismo Z, it's the heavy out of all of the Zs. That's the heaviest one in the lineup because I think it's almost like what 4,000 pounds. It's not 4,000, but it's like close enough. And then on top of that, like you would have thought, oh, okay, cool. So they're gonna make the auto, right? And I will say this as devil's advocate. You would have thought that they would have made maybe like a rear-wheel drive variant of the GTR transmission because we all know how good that transmission is. But no.
But you know what?
60 transmission.
That transmission is good, but the way that it's positioned, it could only be used for that car.
Yeah, the way they designed
it.
The way
they designed
that,
it.
The R35 with intentions just for that car.
Because it's like you have the transmission towards the front. There's a drive shaft to the back.
Nah, the transmission's in the back of that car.
No, I think it's one in the front. And there's an axle in the rear that drives, and then it drives to another drive shaft.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's weird. It's crazy. You could be right. I'm gonna look over it again, but if I'm not mistaken, the way that thing's set up is
the
crazy.
setup is wild for sure. 100% is wild.
Go ahead, Jay.
Right. But then I played devil's advocate. They couldn't give you the ZF. The ZF8 was just, you can put that in anything practically.
ZF dust.
I mean, I can't front. I got a homeboy right now, right? He got an IS300 on the 2J swap.
Yeah.
And he's using that. What's that transmission you just said again, Jay?
ZF?
The ZF. That's from the 370Z, right?
I don't even know what
it is one of the best autos out there. I mean, look, if you're gonna go auto, that's
Jay referring to
auto.
Jay's already committing vehicular treason right now.
Jay,
he's over the top. He's praising the auto right now. I get it, man. You got the ISF, you hot, you cool, but come on, man. I'm
just saying. But no, if you're gonna put that in, listen, the Z needs to be a manual. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I don't know who in Nissan thought, hey, you know what's a good idea? Let's give the performance version only 20 horses, which is just probably like an intake and a tune, and then just sell it for like $90,000.
All right.
By the way, that market is about to be insane.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Regardless.
So wait a minute. I gotta play devil's advocate a little minute for Nissan.
Okay.
Right. Nissan is already going under.
Damn.
Right? They're falling fast. Right? They can't. They had to get rid of a lot of their cars. The Maxima is gone, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, that joint has definitely went to the upper room.
Right, to the upper room. Upper room.
You know but you know what their bread and butter is, though. That Nissan Ultima, baby.
And and that's why they had to get rid of the Max. The Max was in the way. They had to push it off the cliff. It was like, yo, that's it. It's done. So now, right? You have all of these things. Now, first off, Nissan is being sued by that old CEO that escaped in the crate. He's suing for billions.
Damn.
Oh, he's off the box?
Yes, he's suing for billions. The one that hid in the box and went to like Iraq or something like that.
Went to Iraq.
He's suing. Then you got to look at all of like Infinity brand is failing.
Yeah. Sad to say it.
So where do they get the money to even do this? I'm surprised they did this.
You know, I feel like this is kind of was a Hail Mary a little bit though.
Yeah.
It's been Hail Mary, but it's like they looked at their audience and was like, nah, let's give them what they want. Let's just tell. The thing is that like what's crazy about it is that they thought to themselves, well, you know what? We're gonna we'll push some things saying, oh, it did really good at the Nürburgring. You and I both know that the Super is destroying it, but still.
Whoa.
Oh no, the Super put it to bed. I think the Super definitely had a part to do
Stop
with this.
it.
I think the Super did. But carry on, Jay.
Speaking blasphemy.
Come on, Jay, let's go.
The Super wasn't born without Nissan, without this 400Z. Y'all had an automatic BMW with a Sirius. I gotta go there.
Nah, so you can't though.
You know what? Though? But here's the funny part though. It's funny because if it wasn't for Nissan bullying Toyota, I love Toyota, but it wasn't for Nissan bullying Toyota to make the manual because when we first saw the 400Z, that was the first thing they showed. They didn't show you the car. They showed you, oh, this thing comes with a 6-speed manual.
That's
right out the gate. And then Toyota was like, oh, all right, bet. We're just going to go ahead and make another one.
And not for nothing, they did show that they was going to have an automatic one. But you already knew the manual one is the one where everybody was going.
Yeah, fact.
But I think at the end of the day, you just got to really like look at Nissan as a whole. And you got to say to yourself, they're sinking as a company. They don't have the money to spend on the research development. They don't even have money. I wouldn't even be like to put out a Nismo version. This probably took everything. And unlike Toyota, they didn't bind with another company to do this.
So wait, what are you trying to say right there?
Toyota ran under BMW and said, help us.
They didn't need to do that though. They felt as if how they did a long time ago, the Super was not gonna sell that much because it didn't when the MK4 dropped.
So they said
save money.
They said jump in with us, BMW, and we'll let you put the engine in there. Silly.
Yeah, this guy.
I won't say this though, like, see, but I feel like what Nissan did was a bit more of automotive treason because you gotta think. Well, yes, Toyota did race the BMW.
That's not treason.
They at least still well, either way. They merged the BMW. They at least still gave you a one on like a completely different chassis, 1-to-1, versus like what Nissan. If you take off all of the panels of that car, you just got the 370Z with a swap, a really proper swap, basically.
But the 370Z was still a good car though, son. It was not a bad V.
And not only that, if you take off some of the panels, you have a Z4 for a Super.
This guy, son.
I'm going there because at the end of the day, you have a Z4. You have a BMW Z4 for Supra. Here's the problem.
We went through almost 3 presidents and had like the same 370Z.
Here's the problem, though, right? And again, I'll say this: Nissan is going through a lot.
Okay,
I think that's why the GTR hasn't really changed. Even though if it ain't broke, don't fix it. In my opinion, it's still dominating, right?
Yeah. But the GTR about to get ready to croak in a minute.
Yes, they about to. I'm telling you,
upper room, son.
I believe this 400Z is gonna be. This is them letting you know, like we don't have it anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it. It's got to go.
You know,
the Infinities are gone.
What they did. What they should have did was simply. You see, I think you know what it was. What they should have did was instead of because I remember this like way back in the days when they still had the Juke, and they said, "Nah, we're never gonna make you the S16. We're gonna give you the Juke. That's what people like."
The Juke. That's just pause me.
But the Juke came Nismo though.
I honestly felt like that was Nissan giving up.
I don't care. The Juke could have came.
So it came Nismo, and then they had a crazy one in Japan.
Yeah, no.
He said, yeah,
but that was a swap.
I'm about to say that was a GTR swap.
It don't matter.
But here's the thing: at the end of the day, and shout to Big N. He said autos on street cars, and he put a bunch of rainbows like pedal pushers.
Damn.
Oh God! Damn. I will say this:
the thing is.
Take off the panels and it's a Super. Take off the panels of the Super and it's a Z4. This is what I'm saying.
Don't matter. Z4 is still a good car. It don't make a difference, huh?
But here's my thing. At the end of the day, Nissan stuck with whatever they had and made what they could. Toyota said, yo, let's just go with BMW and call it a day. Yo, I went to Toyota, right? Because my wife was picking up a Venza.
Here we go.
And when I went to Toyota and they give a breakdown of the percentage of what the car is, yo, the percentages on that Super was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Germany, there's that. I was like, oh no, why would they do that?
Super is like the Drake of like.
Damn,
right now.
son, Jay vehicular. Yeah, y'all really going crazy right now. Son.
He's wild.
Nah, y'all both are vehicular treason.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Both of you.
I'm gonna tell you this. That Supra, I've seen them on the street, and not for nothing, I've seen the way they drive.
Yeah,
and they do drive well. I seen a guy driving, and I was just like, wow. But if it ain't manual, it ain't. You got
the option of it being a manual, at least.
But you know what? But the thing is, Jay, ultimately Toyota has so many different platforms that they could have used.
No, they couldn't have. So how? What?
They couldn't take one of them bouted Lexus engines they had. They couldn't take the cover.
This is true.
They could have did that. You're right. They could even use the IS rear drive side. They could even went there, but you're right.
They didn't.
This is true.
Jay, the Super Billy even made it this far.
I feel like right. You know what? It's like you said with Nissan. I feel like Toyota just didn't have it in them anymore.
Nah, they didn't. I agree. They didn't have it in them, son. They struggled to get this.
They didn't have it in them to make that straight six. But I mean, let's put it this way though. Those things, especially out here, those things are old. That's almost like the Corolla of like tuner cars out here. Because I've seen them things all over the place.
Well, what?
What's that? Supra?
Supras.
Damn.
He said
they are all over the place out here.
Well, out there, you mean the MK5?
Yeah, MK5.
Wow. You know what? Now that we even on the subject, I saw a GR Corolla today.
No, you didn't.
In the wild. Yes, I did. I took a picture and I'm gonna show you because I figured you say that. I took a picture and
you ain't see one of those. GR Corolla.
A GR white.
The hatch.
All
right, he's lying.
I'm gonna show him right now because I knew he was gonna say that.
Come on, son.
Look at this. It was in front of me. Look at this. 3 exhaust tips. That was a GR Corolla. I pulled up on the side of him, and it's fast.
Yep.
He said it's fast.
And it's fast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's fast.
I've
never seen one in a while. Yo, but wait though, Jay. Don't you train of thought. What happened, Jay? Say it.
Oh no. I was gonna say. You know what car is coming with the manual? Like the next year or so. The new 4Runner.
Oh yeah. No, wait. The 4Runner or the Tacoma?
No, the 4Runner. 4Runner's gonna be made.
They doing it
the Tacoma comes with the manual as it is now.
Okay,
but now they're bringing back the manual to the 4Runner.
Yes, they are.
Come on, and Bedman's over here committing vehicular treason.
No.
How dare you?
No, listen. Listen, when you mess up, we call you out. That's why Rally Radio was here. Yeah. They screwed up big time, and they knew it. You know how you knew Toyota knew it? Because they made sure that they we got a manual Supra coming out. They had to let the people know. One of their Instagram posts was 3 pedals. They had to let people know. And now that they've seen that manual is dying down but more people want it, what have they done? GR Corolla. What have they done? GR A6. What have they done? Tacoma.
Yeah.
Manual. And now a 4Runner.
Yaris over there, man.
Come on, son. Toyota's not dumb. But they did screw up on that Supra. You got to keep it a buck. I mean, listen,
they did. They dropped the ball.
I'm not going to say that it's not going to be worth anything or that the car is not worth anything because I tell you from my view of it, I always look at how a car drives and I look at how it moves and it tells me a lot about the car.
Factory.
The way that Supra moves, it moves right. It moves right. It moves like it's planning. And I said, you know what? Regardless of that, it does, to me, in my opinion, it looks good too.
Yeah, it is not a bad looking car at all.
It's just that they screwed up with that thing, man.
You got to think, how many Supras do you see on a tow truck? None.
Yeah, I haven't seen
that. We laugh at the fact that it's BMW, but remember,
Toyota
how many of those have you seen on the side of the road saying, "Oh man, my Supra broke"?
Yo, Toyota tuned it. That's the thing. Toyota tuned it. They did a lot of different changes. I know Marlon's out there. I know Marlon listening out there. So. I know, but it's so good. Marlon and Ant, man, they in their own world with the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Marlon and Ant is like, hell no.
Listen, man. That's a fact, Jay. I'm with you, Jay. I'm with you.
No one's about to risk that investment, but MK5s. I mean, you guys think of it.
They solid.
How many of those do you see on the road? I mean, how many of those do you see sitting on the side of the road saying, "Man, my thing broke"?
Yo, you know what though?
They hold power.
You know why I just can't buy it though? Because I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just like it's like, and we're gonna talk about in our driver's etiquette today. Like, where do we draw the line as far as what performance is? Like, are we really happy with an automatic Supra?
Oh hell no! That don't even make
like,
sense, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, Jay. This guy over here, when the car was automatic, he was like, "Oh my god, I can't stand the Supra. Oh my god, it's trash."
Jay, the better one knows me. That's why he knows. But once it got to 3 pedals, it changes the game. Game changes, huh?
That's like,
he knows this.
Listen, I love a Geo Metro if it got 3 pedals.
That's what I'm saying.
So this is out of control.
Oh shit, son.
I'm just saying, but no, man. I mean, that's how it is. Like Toyota has. They see what the people want, and they are dropping. I mean, listen, they dropping manuals and things you didn't think they came in manuals.
Well, the Forerunner
that came in manual years ago.
Yeah,
Tacoma years ago.
I was about to say,
yeah, years ago. But to put a manual in an SUV, put a manual in an SUV that's not Jeep. That's impressive.
But you know what? It is. I'm not gonna lie.
Toyota. If you ask me, don't you try to throw a better one. If you ask me, Toyota always been like that though. Like they fell off a little bit because the time people they crying automatic that.
But here's the thing: they gave you the option. See, and that's what I'm saying about a lot of the stuff that's going on now, and that's why it's like you can't dog Toyota though. Nah, they was wrong for this, but they tried to fix it by putting manual, and I get it.
Yeah.
But when you look at the options they give you. The Tacoma, you can get it manual. The Forerunner, you can get it manual. The GR Corolla, manual. The 8.6, manual. They give you the option, and that's what I want. At the end of the day, giving people the option is the best part. Shout to Big N. He said Toyota trying to pick up the fumble right now with this 6-speed.
Big N is wilder right now. Toyota doing that thing out there, son.
They ain't trying to hear it, son.
Nah, he ain't.
He ain't trying to hear it, son. Keep the change.
I'm just waiting for Toyota to smarten up and give me like a GR Camry. Be like a nice little 3 Series fighter.
I ain't mad at that one. So if they do that and drop a manual, in that Camry, son, I'm with that. Son. 100%.
It has to be manual.
Here's the thing.
The Lexus Twin Turbo 6.
That'll be fire. I seen a TRD Camry. I said, if they put a manual in that joint be fire, son. I'm talking about the wing on it, the kit.
Shout to Marlon.
He's wild.
He getting you because you deserve it. He said, yep. He didn't like at first. Now he a BMW fanboy. Damn. About that Z4 was a good car on what planet? Yo, son, he is. But he's right.
It's too much.
He's right, son. You deserve it because you
that's a fact.
Flip tables like ping pong on that one. Like I'm going to the other side. Like, yo, you just said they was trash.
So you know how I feel about Supras though. Like that's my thing right there. And then they did that. I was like,
your feelings was hurt. Come on, son, keep it up. He was on the low behind the scenes. When the show is over, we'd be like, all right, Kevin, get out of here. He'd just be sitting over there sad for no reason. What's wrong? The Supra got a BMW.
That's a fact. That's a fact though. But here's the thing though, BMW do produce quality engines. And
not in Toyotas though.
Damn, that's crazy.
But here's the thing. I will say this, and then we're gonna move on. I'll say this. Toyota is showing you what happens when you give people variety. That is really what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're showing you that no, not everybody wants to be electric. No, not everybody wants to be automatic. No, not everybody wants to be performance. Factory. No, not everybody. This is why Toyota is winning and why they are one of my top 5 100%. Auto brands out there, because they give you options. They're not sitting here saying, if you don't like this, then you don't like my brand. No, if you don't like this, then we have this. Yeah. If you don't like this, then we have this. And I love it. So
100%.
Regardless of the fact that they did work with BMW, to me, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because we've had companies come together and work before.
Yeah, plenty of time.
You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing, a lot of the tech that we starting to find out when we do our Legends of Auto, we finding out that Lotus done started all your cars. So I mean, at the end of the day,
a fact.
That's a fact. So we can't be too mad at it. I will say, however, though, giving people the option is key.
Yeah, I think so too.
And Dodge has gotten rid of that option. Damn. A lot of car companies have gotten rid of that option, and I believe that is one of the reasons why they are going to fail, or if not fail, they're going to be on the lower end.
Nah, they are.
They're going
people claiming this Hurricane engine, not to get too off topic, is about to be crazy though.
The Turbo 6?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, it's a Turbo 6. We'll see. Same thing with this manual Supra. We had to see.
But the jury was out. But a Turbo 6 in a charge.
And the thing is that, like, this is what I'm going to Dodge. What made Dodge so good is they knew their audience. They said, "Listen, these people will never hook a corner." Because how many Dodgers have you seen in commercials being like, "All right, let's swing this corner, no problem"? No, they knew their audience was, "Hey, these are stupid burnout machines. Buyout car." And they how many Chargers and Challengers do you see on the road today?
A lot.
Yeah,
I see a lot of challenges in Chargers. As a matter of fact, it's a lot. They're getting stolen. I mean, they all over the place. They have unseated Honda and Infiniti and BMW as the nuisance brand.
So they unseated them.
As the nuisance brand, because a lot of times when you've seen an Infiniti lowered driving with super HIDs or something like that and big rim, you already know he's gonna drive like an imbecile. You also know that when you see a BMW, you said same thing. Oh, here comes this guy with the 330, don't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? But before that, it was the Integra, it was the 4-door Civic, the bubble Civic. You know, now people are laying off of them. And Dodge took all.
They try to put a dent in the population.
Yes. Yo, on my way in, actually, I did see this wide body Scat Pack nasty though. Low and nasty though. Only thing I didn't like about it, though, he matted it. Because I'm not really with the matte thing, but it was still clean though.
Here's but here's the issue. You know what the issue is too.
What?
At the end of the day, when you have to decipher that you're an adult owner, that's when you know that car brand is shit.
You stupid.
Yo, you know what? Adult driven.
I will say that what Dodge did, they did the impossible. They knocked off the 90s Hondas as this is going to probably get stolen within 6 months.
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy, son.
Yes, because if you own a Hellcat right now, if you own a Charger right now, there's no way you feel comfortable parking that thing on the street for 8 hours and go to work.
Nah, it's no way.
Especially if you do it every
day. You get that same paranoia that you do when you have like a nice clean EG.
Right. Don't park that. So it's like you just gotta wonder, man. Yo, Jay, we got so much more show that we're gonna jump into. You got any shout outs you want to give though, Jay?
I just want to give a shout out to everyone, out here listening to Rally Radio. Want to just say thank you, everyone, for not only just supporting one of the best automotive podcasts out here.
Appreciate that.
I wanted to say, you know what? I was going to give you guys a shout out too for being the best part of the Saturday.
Let's go. Appreciate that.
I wanted to say,
thank you.
Everyone, drive safe.
Yo, you do the same, Jay,
100%.
and take it easy out there and watch out for them MK5s because they heard what you said. Look, they heard what
they heard what you said.
They heard what I said. They're like, oh, he talking bad. But yo, Jay, thank you for real for tuning in and rocking with us and definitely giving us a heads up on the West Coast. Man. We appreciate you.
Factory.
I appreciate it. Yo, by the way, before I go, I gotta just say, what's going on, man? You guys are turning into us out here, man. What's happening?
Oh. It's been wild. This dude what's his name? Kai Sanat.
Damn.
Wild out in Union Square. It's been, let me tell you.
I heard that, son. I heard that one.
Let me tell you, son. Everything has been turned up wild out here. And that's why I say, you know what? NYC got bigger fish to fry than speeders right now.
Damn. Son.
They really do.
Yo, y'all got cameras all over the place. Y'all got a guy giving out PS5s, turning 14th app into the Avengers movie.
Definitely ugly out there
for a whole year.
That's a fact. It was wild out there. That's a fact. It's no taking that back. We'll see how it play out. But like I said, NYC got bigger fish to fry than speeders.
Yeah,
100%. There's a lot of things they need to handle, but you already know they don't want to.
They're going for the loud Volkswagen. It's easier to ticket.
Word. Damn, that was a vehicular treason. We have to get that sound effect.
That's a fact.
In the meantime, yo, Jay, hit us up, man. We gonna finish strong, kid.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, kid.
All right, man.
Peace. Later.
All right.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down. You already know what it is. We're gonna have to move on. We are falling behind once again, and we have so much more topic to talk about. But it is definitely getting interesting out here. So we talked about the Nissan Z Nizzle not coming manual. Ford Mustang will keep its V8.
Damn, son.
The Ford Mustang will keep its V8 for as long as regulations allow it. Blame your elected officials if it goes away. That is a fact. And enough people are not enough car guys are not coming together to vote. And we got to stop that. Because if we come together to vote, they're going to have to keep one. I'm not saying, listen, y'all want to electrify the world, whatever, right?
Yeah, word, take that.
But at the end of the day, I don't think that everybody should have to deal with that.
100% not. Man.
If you and this is why I say Dodge dropped the ball and Ford is showing them how to listen. We ain't gotta have Challenger, Charger, all that. Have one.
Damn.
Have one with a V8.
So
have that one.
But that's my problem though. Which one? Because both didn't come manual. So that's what we can
Challenger came manual.
Yeah, but if they keep the Charger, it's Reynolds wrap.
Fine. Put a turbo 6 in the Charger. It was an automatic anyway.
Oh no, that's cool. Yeah.
There you go. Here, put that T6 joint in. Here, bang bang, bing bang. Take that. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
But when it comes to manual, you already know what it is. And it's like, you know what? And this is what I mean. Porsche doing the same thing. Ford doing the same thing. We sitting there talking about Toyota. Honda, we already know that they're trying to keep their Type R as long as they can. Mm-hmm. Even though they're talking about some EV sports cars too. But those are our top 5 brands. And Porsche. Come on, bro. We already said Porsche. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to move right on, man. Shout to Ford. You already know how we get down. Listen, a lot of people scared of them. I like them personally. Exactly. Even though I have seen them lose it at car shows.
Well, that has never discouraged me.
I hear you.
I love them.
I hear you. Performance from the dealer. Is it a myth?
Man. Performance from a dealer?
Is that a myth? Is that real? Is there performance from the dealer?
You mean as far as what, like not them putting out performance cars or
no, not performance cars that are bought, but I mean, like, say you like, you know what? Oh, you can get this carbon fiber. You can get. Is that real? Like, do they really like sell cars that perform that, or sell parts that's gonna make your car perform that much better than what you have already?
I mean, it depends what we're talking about here. Talking about Porsche.
Okay, those are the only ones where I'm like this.
Talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know now.
I mean, we talking about. Let's just put a brand out there because my thing is, I kind of gotta like.
So, let's think about BMW. They sell you an M performance exhaust. I think it worked
over Akrapovic.
So my problem is, right, I'm all for like if the dealer got crazy,
yes,
BMW got upgraded parts or whatever they'll tell you to do. I'm probably gonna go there. You
would go with BMW over Akrapovic.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. The reason being because it keeps it a little bit more original. Maybe that's my problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm for that a little bit more.
No, he likes the oatmeal with no flavor.
Oh nah, cinnamon all day. So getting that exhaust would be like cinnamon, dab of cinnamon.
See,
get the BMW racing seats, cinnamon. You know what I'm saying?
Problem. Meanwhile,
getting the Porsche Alcantara set up. Yeah, I need that.
Meanwhile, give me, I like the apples too. You know what I'm saying? But that's a question we're gonna shelf for another week because I got a lot of things I want to ask about that. But in the meantime, we're gonna move right into our next segment we got here. You already know what it is, right? Let's get it.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right. I got a couple things I want to talk about here. I know we ain't got much time. We're running short, but in the same breath, I went to the Rick's Magazine car show last week.
Nice. How was that?
So we're gonna put up some footage that we did have from. I did put up a reel or two. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was necessary. I believe Rick's put together a great event. They had cars inside Green Acres Mall, which is something I know they did that last year, but they had them stretched all the way almost down to Macy's.
Yeah.
So that's how you got in for the most part. You did have some vendors out there. Shout to them. And you did have a lot of cars out there. And for those that shout to my guy Kirk, repping Euro Squad.
Let's go.
He
Kirk
was out there.
Mm-hmm.
He had the yellow bunny out there. That the car is nice. He got an Audi.
Fire.
Nice, beautiful Audi. I will say this though, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way that you feel when you go to a car show, it's like a kid in a candy store. Like you can't see it all.
Yeah, for real.
You keep looking, you look for something different. And I mean, there was some animals out there. There was one car in particular that stood out to me. And it was just like, first off, there was no CRXs. Let's go there.
For real?
Not one.
Damn.
Not one CRX, not one bubble. Ain't that something? The Honda Civic is now officially a classic.
That's great. You're gonna laugh. So just not to take too much time. So yesterday I'm going to the Rib, and while I see an EG hatch, a white one, right? I couldn't tell if it was a B with a cam or a K with a cam. It sounded crazy. 5-lug setup, Type R wheels on there.
Nice, beautiful.
It was crazy clean,
and
it sounded real animal-like, huh?
They probably had something going on.
I'm like, yo, it was a swap though. I couldn't tell if it was a B or K though. You probably been able to tell better.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like going fast like that. It was just idle or just moving real slow, but it sounded real beastly. So I'm like, yeah, carry on.
So I will say this, right? After going to this show, see, most of these shows are more about show than is go. And we know
okay,
right?
yeah,
You got the flashing lights and the headlights,
scraping the ground,
scraping the ground and everything. And I like that too.
Camber making an L shape.
And they had something there. They had a limbo contest. Am I saying it right?
Yeah. Limbo, yeah.
Limbo, where they go, how low
can
you go? Now, this dude had an S2000. And I was like, I wouldn't have did that personally. He had an S2000 as low as and it's scraping on the ground and just trying to go in there. He made it. But I'm just like, okay, I get it. That's part of the car show. You got to have everybody having fun.
Express yourself.
But I got to say, coming through there, we're seeing all the vendors, all of the cars. There was an R32 GTR out there. Beautiful.
Nasty, huh?
It was a white Evo 5 out there. Where did and the parking lot was to me even better.
Damn.
Because like I said, I'm for the go, not really the show. But they had a lot of different show cars out there. But I did run into, you ready for this?
What's that?
It was a 1964 Chevy Impala.
Damn.
I mean, this thing looked like it was a movie star. Gold Dayton. I mean, like, this was, and this is what I mean, like the broad nature of car culture. You had your JDM cars there. Don't get me wrong. You had your American cars there. But who was expecting to see that? Gold Dayton's, gold headlights, gold steering wheel on, I want to say, it was on hydraulics. It was moving, three-wheeling, all that.
Oh, it was acting crazy.
And it's like, yo, the more I was there, the more I just realized, like, automotive world is so vast.
Man, son.
It really is. There's so much to do out there. So it's just really impressive, man. But I had a good time. Shout to Ricks for throwing such a great event. I gotta say, it was good to see. I know they have more coming out.
Yeah.
And there was people walking around selling adult drinks.
Damn. So I gotta ask you, how many type R's is out there though? Like
2
FK8s, FL5s, anything like that?
2 FK8s. One belonged to a guy named Dennis. It was black, had 19s, nice fitment, looks good. And then another one was
camera down.
Yeah, show. I was like, I wouldn't.
You joking?
Nah, not joking.
Not a type R.
Mugen out though.
Oh,
Mugen kit all the way around.
Mugen tail lights,
everything, but slammed. I was like,
wait, slam with no function slammed or
like it's no function slammed.
Damn.
But at the end of the day, he did have it, so I will say shout to him.
Factory.
But there were cars out there. There was one guy out there who had a Volkswagen Beetle that was dedicated to Star Wars. He had Grogu. You know who Grogu is? The little Yoda looking thing?
Yeah.
He had all of that, and he even had the Mandalorian with him. The dude was riding around on like a Star Trooper bike with Grogu hanging out the back, Mandalorian helmet. I said, people are really interested, man. They like to do what they do, man. I'm telling you. It was definitely interesting, man, to say the least. But with that being said, we have reached another segment here. We are moving fast because we got our show getting ready to come to an end soon. But with that being said, if y'all ready, I'm ready. We're going to jump right in. You ready to get it?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, now with that being said, what we got for our Legends of Auto today?
So I think this Legends of Auto is pretty interesting. I hope feel the same way. If not, let me know. But I gotta say this though. This 1995 Volvo 850 T5 all wagon. Oh no, son. First off, gotta ask you, how many have you ever seen, son?
I don't think I've seen any.
Yo, a wagon, son? And the yellow one. So it's crazy already right there. I have never seen one either though.
Right.
What makes it crazy though, it was only 1,000 made in the wagons.
Only 1,000.
1,000 between that and 1,000 are like the sedan versions. I never seen none of them.
Wow.
I never seen an 850 T5R, not one day. But let me tell you something else about this car. So first off, this is Volvo's first all car too though.
Yes.
That was crazy, son. Because we know Volvo's not known for, let's go fast, let's
super
grab gears.
Right.
They not ready. They wasn't known for that.
Don't let the nose hunter he said that. He's like, oh, I love my Evo.
Oh no, that because he got a thing for the R's like this one. So But still, though, before this, though, they wasn't really known for getting down with the get down.
Right.
So by them doing this right here, changed the game though.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing, it was front wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Still making good power though.
Yes.
Making about 245 horsepower, which is pretty serious back then. Though.
Right.
Right. Inline 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get the 5 and the T5R and all that craziness.
T5R.
And guess what though? They came manual too.
Early, a manual wagon. That's a dinosaur.
And remember when wagons was getting like, they was like, yo, high performance wagons was crazy.
Audi Avant.
Come on, son. S4. Come on. The Beamers, like it was serious, huh? And this was one of them, son. Wow. This was one of them. Lowered, stronger suspension, bigger brakes.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what really made this car crazy, son? We were talking about this earlier, son. What really makes it Legends own right? Porsche done turned around and tuned the ECU. Son. I'm telling you, son, a lot of these manufacturers be having their hands with a lot of other vehicles, huh?
And they take the pay. They listen.
Son.
They do the research and development. We'll sell it to you. Wow.
Porsche touched another one, son.
Without telling nobody.
Remember, Porsche had their hands on the Benz we did last week.
Yes, they did.
Come on,
they did.
Son.
Legends of Auto, brother.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
And you know why I like legends like this? Because people don't really think like Volvo was serious once upon a time.
Nah, they was. Yeah,
they was.
Yeah.
That inline 5, yes.
Yeah. When did the CEO take over? Because when he took over, it seemed like they fell off.
No, they definitely fell off. They definitely fell off the cliff, son.
Definitely.
But this is one of the Volvos though that's gonna go down in automotive history, son. This is it, son.
Let's go. With that being said,
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
I love man. Some of these autos, just a different time.
Just a different time, man. Well, I tell you what, we got a couple other things coming up right here. You know how we get down. We're gonna have our hot mods coming up. This is something too that I like.
The newest and freshest modifications,
okay, what we got?
Parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
Looks like Ducati once again announces the Monster 30th anniversario for 2024. The naked bike gets a load of exclusive parts not seen on a standard motorcycle. Ducati is an iconic Italian motorcycle brand. We all know that. But now we also know the Monster as well. The Monster is one of the first most beautiful naked bikes out here. When we say naked, we mean a bike with no fairing,
fairingless,
engines exposed,
no windscreen,
none
of that, son.
Just
Super
go for
exposed,
yours.
Yeah.
Now it looks like Ducati has came up with their 30th anniversary edition, which is beautiful. It has a tricolor livery. We all know the Italian flag going down the side of it. Exclusive gold wheels and an embroidered seat. Curb weight of 405 pounds, making it 9 pounds lighter than the standard bike. Ducati notes that it's reduced weight while adding a steering damper and wheel shield not found on the standard model. The bike comes with a four-valve twin-cylinder engine, making 111 horsepower, 68 pounds of torque that makes full power at low revs. Whoa. Ducati employed a lightened Olin suspension for the cuts, 1.3 pounds from the standard Monster, and it pairs with an adjustable steering damper that increases stability at high speeds. It also gets exclusive forged aluminum wheels, carbon fiber mud guards, Brembo brakes, a passenger seat cover, a bike cover, and a unique Pirelli Diablo Rosso tires.
If y'all ain't know, he love those tires, and he's definitely Ducati guy, son. But yo, Ducati, son.
Son. This right here, we're gonna make sure we put a picture up of this,
son.
But this right here, this is
hot mods.
Hot mods.
The newest and freshest modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
I gotta say,
so it's only gonna be limited to 500.
Damn, boy,
son. Get it now, son.
Man, you know they already sold out. It comes with Diablo, Pirelli Diablo. Yo, son,
there's some serious tires, son.
Those are serious tires, son. Yo, you start your bike up and go about 5 blocks, pull over and touch the tire, your fingers be stuck to them. Yeah, that's hot. Yo, once them tires heat up, and they heat up quick. Once them tires heat up, oh my goodness.
Yeah, son.
Olin suspension all the way around. You know how much Olin suspension costs?
You know what's crazy? This joint is still under 20 grand.
Come on, son. 20 bandos. Might have to get that.
Under 20, son.
Under 20. 19.99.
You stupid, son.
The pricing starts at $18,595 and $21,000 in Canada. My goodness.
Yeah, what I really like about it too, though, is the carbon mud guards.
Son,
the Olin suspension.
The bronze Manchese wheels. You already know
lightweight wheels. They put the lightweight wheels on it, son.
One-sided swing arm. Ooh. So we're gonna put a picture up so y'all can see what we're talking about. But it's definitely one of the greater bikes that I've seen out there. I've always wanted a Ducati
factory,
and it just makes me want one even more. But with that being said, we're gonna jump right in. We have reached one of my favorite parts of the show.
It's the understeer.
Oh man, I love the understeer.
What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Now, you already know when it comes down to the unsteer, we don't get you for what you did. It's how you did it. So here we go. Having a valet take and park your vehicle is always a harrowing experience, but that's because there are small instances where a valet driver takes a car for a joyride and it ends in disaster. That's what one man is going through in Atlanta. NBC affiliate reports how a valet driver allegedly took his CT5V Blackwing on a joyride that ended in a pretty decent wreck. Joe Luck finally got his dream car after a year and a half of waiting. A Cadillac CT5 Blackwing, but the dream ended fairly quickly on July 16th when Luck dropped his car off at the valet before heading to dinner in downtown Atlanta. Luck later told 11 that he went outside to find his car after dinner, which had originally been parked in front of the restaurant, was no longer there. The valet service told him his vehicle had been sideswiped, so it needed to be moved. What Luck saw when he got to his car was done. What he saw was much more than a side swipe. The side airbags was out, deployed on both sides, and the driver's side seat airbag deployed. Also, the rear quarter panels destroyed, the rear driver's axles off the car. Yo.
But, oh, man.
I'd have lost my mind.
Yo, not for none, these valets is definitely wild. Remember a couple weeks ago when the guy took Sun C8 out and 140?
Yes.
Yo, so these valets are loose.
Wilding, son. Yo. They would have never, son, I'd have blew it up like a Godfather. They'd be like, what? Boom! Everybody going.
But yo, we're gonna try to put a video up there because it looked like somebody hit him though, busting a wop though.
Somebody hit him, busting him, but he was wilding with it though. This has got to be crazy. He said he only had the Blackwing for 6 months and it only had 4,000 miles at the time of the accident.
He was driving that, Joe.
Right. Now he's got to figure out the next steps. The valet company, National Parking, said it is terminating the driver and issued a statement regarding the incident. National Parking has been proudly serving the Southeast for 40 years, delivering the highest quality valet service in the industry to hundreds of thousands of customers every year. Unfortunately, accidents and damages are a reality of the valet parking industry. We recognize that although only a small percentage of our interactions result in claims, every incident is an inconvenience on our customers. As such, we pride ourselves on our reputation as industry-leading management, and each and every claim that comes through here will be resolved expeditiously, fair, and in an efficient manner. With that being said, I gotta go. Mr. Joe Luck.
It's the understeer. What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Now, everybody want to know why Mr. Joe Luck gets the understeer. You get the understeer because you took a CT5 Blackwing to a place that needed valet parking and let them park it.
That's where he's wrong. How'd you let him park it?
No.
I got a problem with people parking the SI.
Don't even, matter of fact, where's it going? Can I put it there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I got a problem with them touching that car. Like, nah, man. This ain't gonna go well.
CT5 Black, and then he took the car and wowed out with it.
But wait, though, this video don't show him wilding, though, so he might get away with this one, Luke.
Nah, son, I'm sorry.
He might have not even been wilding.
His salary is not even gonna recoup what that car costs.
Oh, no, not even close. But this video might save him, son.
He's gone.
Somebody hit him, B.
He's gone. And if he's not gone, and I come back here and I see him again, he's gone.
It's the
Either way, he's still gone. We got it.
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
With that being said, we have reached the end of the show. Shout out for everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
SI Shawn, baby. Let's go.
And y'all know how we get down, man. We are in the building. We want to say shout out to everybody who's tuned in, who paid attention, who rocked with us for the 2 hours. You already know we got some things coming up. We happy that everybody is here. We're going to have some events coming up sooner than later. I'm going to have a couple things going on, but for right now, you know how we got to keep it simple. You got any shout outs you want to give?
I just want to shout out to everybody out there doing their thing, man. Keep it cool when you out there driving, man. Just pay attention, y'all. That's it. Let's
go. So with that being said, until next week, we
are
out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fool. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, SI Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.